Welcome back. We are doing a fun painting that I actually was excited about and then I dropped for a couple weeks and I finally finished it because I didn't know what was happening, and that's okay. So right now I'm coloring with some crayons. They're the they're the water soluble the water soluble pastels. So that's cool. These are fun, and I just wanted to spray my canvas with water, so that's why I'm doing this. I think it's fun. I definitely want to do it more. I have a vision of doing it on a giant canvas. And, yep, alright. So I'm doing leaves. I'm just kind of doing some loose markings of lines and scribbles, but they're kind of all vaguely leaves. And this is also, here's what happened with this. I made a small painting of kind of this, and I really liked it. It was like a little 5x7 on paper. And then I made a bigger version on bigger paper. Okay, you sticking with me? And then, at the same time, I started the background of this. Like the same thing. And then I kept going. For some reason, I just used the same colors. And I think that's what got me stuck on this, because I had already finished the bigger paper one. And then when I was finally to this one and I had to do something else with it, I was like, well, what? I don't want to do it again. I mean, I like it. I think I still liked the first one the best. But, I mean, I loved the second one too. You don't even know what I'm talking about. But once you see this one, you'll understand what I'm talking about if you've seen it on my website or on TikTok. I didn't make a video of it here, but I made a Instagram and TikTok about it. But here we are. And I did finish it, but I actually did something fun that inspired me to finish it, but you'll see. I'm making some little scribbly marks, kind of in a pattern, just a cluster of tiny scribble dots. And I'm doing some different colors. I just wanted shades of teal and green. And yeah, so that's what we're doing. And we keep going. And there's something just about making random marks on this that's simply so fun. And I encourage everyone to scribble on a canvas or paper and then put water on it. Maybe only if they're water-soluble pastels, but who knows what could happen. What are we talking about anymore? I don't know. Here I am. Look at the little movement of my hand. That's interesting. Look at how I'm holding that right now. You know what? It's just the vibes. Sometimes you have to have like a loose hand, but you also have to not know where it's gonna go, you know? So I'm just like do hoping for the best. And you know what? If it's not the best, it doesn't matter, because we're about to, cover it all up with water. Turn it into a watery forest. And now we're getting the sponge. Here's the thing. The first time I did this, we don't need the water. Okay, here, no, okay. That was something. I just wanted to do this for fun. Look at it. Watch the water. I'm going to do this again, but I'm going to incorporate the water dripping down more, because I kind of just cover it all up with a brush. When I first did this, I just used a brush with water on it, like dipped the water in brush and then went for it. Which I end up doing that here too, but I also wanted to use the water bottle, so it was a little bit pointless, other than me just having fun, because I don't keep the water dripping down. Like, there's no negative space, but I definitely want to do that again. But I think there's beauty in the process of just having fun and then covering it up. I remember seeing some TikTok videos where they like fully paint something and then just paint over it, and then it's just like a bunch of layers, but it's the process of it that's really the art piece, which is kind of like, whoa. And my first reaction to that, along with a bunch of people in the comments, is like, that pains me, that causes me physical pain that you just did that, you covered that up. But also, who cares, what are you gonna do about it? And I get it. I wouldn't spend a lot of time on something and then cover up, personally. But a little scribble here and there, yeah, I'll do that. I'll cover up some cool drops of water. But as I was doing it, and after I was looking back at this, I was like, could have left some of that. Didn't mean to look at you. Could have could have left some of that where you could see it. And you still can, kind of. It's got a very cool watery look. I think it still contributed to the final outcome. But we can stop talking about that and move on to something else. Look how cool this looks. I think so. And the thing about these water-soluble pastels too, you can go over so you can use them dry, you can just turn them into water, you can go back over the watery and use them like wet, which I end up doing to kind of define things again. Like, I like the smeary look, but we're not there yet, so I'm getting ahead of myself. I am videoing, as you can see with my phone, because I wasn't making a vertical video about this. But can you hear those sirens right now? Y'all okay? But I just started to because I was like, I can't help it. That's another thing I need to work on is, I mean, it is my job to video all my art, but sometimes maybe we don't have to. I just get to a point where I get obsessive about it. I've kind of been in that point this whole year so far because I started off getting back into YouTube. And not only am I taking a video of everything, I'm taking multiple forms with my camera and my phone. And it's like, all right, you're gonna hate yourself and your art if you keep doing this. And I kind of got to that point, and then I was like, okay. And then I was like, I don't care. I'm gonna video this. But then I did make something last night that I didn't video at all. So we love to see it, and that's cool. I think we're figuring it out as we go. It's alright. It's okay. From the very beginning, art was about, I just wanted to share what I was doing. I just posted pictures on Facebook when I started painting because I wanted attention, I guess. No, I'm just kidding. I was very into social media and like Instagram, and I don't know. I just posted them, and then friends started commenting and were like, I want one. And I was like, excuse me? And ever since, especially now that I've gotten into videos, and you have to do videos now on social media, and which I was doing that before. No, I wasn't. Yeah, I was doing that before Reels, but now even on Instagram, like, I don't even post normal photos because no one cares. Just for my stuff personally. I know some stuff, and maybe they would, but I don't even do it anymore because I'm like, I don't know. It feels wrong almost to post just a picture. Everything is video. I get it. A little bit. But anyways. It is something I think about where I'm like, I think what makes this worth it to me without me realizing it is that the fact that I'm videoing it and someone will see it, and then and so I just take a moment sometimes and I'm like, that's a little bit, that's weird. You should just be able to make something and let it be. But no, it's a whole thing. You know what? We can go further into that when at some other time. But right now I'm doing the markings on the wet water. And it kind of is a cool effect. It's like different. Also, I was using my sponge. I didn't really need that. It was for fun. That's what this is about. I am using it, okay? I use it to kind of smear around the water. And then also I was brushing on my little crayon on it. And it was just kind of on the damp sponge. Makes a fun little effect. We're just all about textures in this background. And there's a lot happening. We love it. We love to see it. It's great. It's actually really fun. I liked doing this. And I'm just adding things. I am doing the edges of the painting. My least favorite part. Absolutely hate it. I hate the edges of paintings. You know what? That's why I've been loving paper. I've been loving the watercolor on the paper because I don't have to deal with, there's just so much more involved. But there is something to be said about a little canvas. She's cute. She can sit up on her own. Some of them. This one, not. What are we talking about? Now I'm using gouache paint. as you can see, that was a failure. I'm also glopping it on there. That is gonna crack. I actually don't know why it cracks sometimes. Anybody know? Is it because I put it on too thick? Is that it? Tell me. Thank you. It is also dripping. Also, the textures were texturing and they were not liking each other. The gouache on the crayon must have not been a good mix. I did learn that. You see how it's kind of like lifting and bubbling? No thanks. No thanks. And it was dripping because I had it up on the easel, but also like chill maybe. Like, can you not do that? Thanks. I did end up using, I just mixed acrylic paint with the colors I had already mixed because I like the colors. But so we're just, it's a fun little experiment, this whole painting. We're having fun. This part I was like a little stressed because I was like, what's going on? And look, everything's better now. Acrylic paint to the rescue. I should have done that to begin with. I don't know. Something about me is, I don't know. If you ask me a question, I'll probably say, I don't know. Because you've caught me off guard and my brain went blank. So, that's fun. I am doing these pinkish orangish flowers. I am distracted. Can I tell you why? It's because I have McDonald's in my head and I can't get it out. You know when you're just like struck with this meal that you really want you just need it. Now that you thought about it, you're like, I have to have it. For me, right now, it's McDonald's. It's spicy chicken sandwich. Love the sauce on that sandwich. What is it? I love it. And then fries. The only fries that I don't need sauce with, and there's something to be said about that. Best fries ever, okay? So good. And then maybe a mango pineapple smoothie. Might go a little crazy. I love that smoothie. It's so good. Maybe a Coke. And in the clear cup. Oh, so good. Oh my gosh. There are some Gushers. That's a snack that we never got when I was little. There were like certain things, and Gushers was one of them that I always wanted because my friend, who always had the junk food snacks, not that we didn't, out of my friend group, our house was like the junk food house, you know? We had Pop Tarts, we had fun cereal. One time I had a friend who I was actually, okay, well, she always had Gushers and Fruit Roll Ups and that type of stuff. Like the really good snacks. And she would always like not eat something and she would always throw it away knowing that I wanted it. And we love that for me. Maybe I was just friends with her for her snacks. I wasn't though, but maybe I was because she was mean. We're moving on from that and we're moving forward and upward, and now I'm doing leaves. I'm painting some leaves. It's actually the color of my sweatshirt right now. That's fun. Cool. Also, speaking of my sweatshirt, I'm wearing something different and from when I started this. But also, look, we have a new addition to the family since then. It was actually on that day that we picked him up. There he is, and I just got back from the vet with him. So, that's Opie. I'll stop looking at you. Oh, look, we're outside. We'll do a whole thing about Opie maybe. Maybe in the next painting video, I'll just talk about my dog the whole time. My second dog. 2 dogs now, and 2 cats. What a crazy world we're living in. Look at this. I know you might be like, whoa, so many things that are happening right now. You have a dog, another dog. You're painting with like, what is that, puff paint? It could be. No. Actually, no. I was just thinking, oh, I need to look at it dried. I mean, it's over there. It looks the same. It looks the same. But I haven't like touched it since it fully dried. It's been a few days. This I found, it's 3D liner paint. There's me freaking out because it looks cool. And this painting, I really struggled to finish this painting because I quit caring about it. And I was trying a million different things at the same time and I was moving on. But sometimes I have to force myself to be like, you finish what you started, okay? Stop it and finish what you started. Sometimes I still don't. This time I did, only because I got these new paint tube liner things. And boy, are they fun. Oh my goodness, it looks so cool. I struggle a little bit with it, with like the control, but it's pretty good. And it has a fine enough tip that I can mostly get the detail I want. It does feel like if you've ever iced a cake and tried to do like lettering or a bunch of detail and your hand is cramping really badly afterwards, that is the effect that it does. It hurts your hand real bad because you have to squeeze it the whole time while drawing. And that, it's alright. Took a couple breaks for a second and went back to it. I feel like I started a thought and then I got sidetracked. We'll never know, so I'm just gonna keep going. I saw somebody on Pinterest. It was actually, she just used, I don't know if it was this brand because I think it was on pottery that she was doing this. It was like something totally different, but I saw that what she was using and I was like, oh my gosh, what is that? Give it to me, please. And I found it on Michael's and I bought a bunch of colors. I've only used the gold so far, but it's a very pretty gold. I'm picky about my gold colors, so we love that it's a good one. I don't like yellow that's too gold. I don't like when it's too green. I don't like when it's too, but this is a nice soft gold. I should have listened to the last clip. I don't know what I was talking about, but I'm just going to start talking about something else because it's a new day. It's a new me. And I am finishing up this painting. Look at me go. My hand is cramping, but it's alright. We push through the pain. It's okay. I said that weird. It's okay. Is it though? I just have to not make a bunch of these. I could just maybe one a day will keep the hand cramps away. This is the last flower, so look at me go. I'm sorry, I have nothing to say. I'm just trying to finish this video. It's okay. Oh, look, it's done. Just kidding. I am just kidding. That was a lie. And I'm adding colored pencil because that seems like the vibe. When in doubt, add more things. That's what I say. Can you hear someone walking in the stairs next to me? It's squeaky. I was walking outside yesterday, as one does. If you don't, you should. But the trees were creaking like doors. I was like, I heard a creaking door sound, and I was like, what is going on? I look around. I was like, it must be the trees. It wasn't that windy, but I was like, is it the branches blowing? It was so strange. And I heard it a couple times, and it was a bit alarming. I wish they would stop walking on the stairs, but I can't control that. Back to the color pencil though, I do think this was a fun addition. Just throw in some extra texture because oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Every time I try to finish the end of this, I'm in a bad mood. I wasn't in a bad mood earlier. What happened? Okay. Maybe if there weren't creaking in the stairs, then we wouldn't have this problem. But let's control our attitude to the situation. Am I right? Alright, we're bringing it together. Oh, look, we're done. No, we're not? Are we? What's that face for? Just kidding, we're not. We're still going. I'm looking at it, I'm like, what does it need? Speak to me. Speak to me, painting, and tell me what you need. It needed more little red blobs. And these could be tiny flowers, or they could just be blobs, but they're kind of like my scribble flowers. My scribble flower buds. That's what they are. I just add them when it needs a little something else. And these are just some scribbles with some a red pink color. Because we have the scribbles in the background that are kind of washed out, so I'm kind of bringing that all together by adding more scribbles, but like to the forefront. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we're back with this. I like to add, it doesn't smush down Well, it kind of does. Well, it kind of, the dots in the middle of the flowers kind of get smushed. So I went back and added new ones. There goes Scooby running by. I am videoing part of this for a different video, I guess, just in case. Do you know how many videos I start videos of paintings and then I just never finish editing them or I never post them? So that's fun. I did edit this one, I just haven't done the voiceover. But, moving on. I am adding little dots with the gold puff paint. The gold 3D liner. The gold paint in a tube. It doesn't puff up. Does it puff paint like puff up? Or no? What do I know? Nothing. That's not true. I know some things. It just depends. Yeah, adding more dots. Oh, look, we're getting the reveal on the iPhone first. All right, get the gross pine straw in the background. That's lovely. Oh, look, we get a close up here. I just love all the little marks and the texture. And I love how that 3D liner looks. It's awesome. And this is where I say goodbye. Just kidding. How many times have I done that in this stretch of voiceover? Like at least 3 times. I did lift up the easel and then I was like, why'd I do that? I move it back and then I do it again. And I ask myself why. Okay, bye, love you.